Yeah, we call, I used to call these, there's a little biscuit that has yo-yo written on it. I don't know if you've seen yo-yo biscuits. And we used to joke about this. The time to bring out the yo-yo biscuits is about 10 minutes into the meeting. And why is it happening? Well, about 10 minutes into the meeting, because either the CEO of that Aboriginal organisation or the government official that's sent to talk to the community about, give them information or consult with them about some issue on community, or whoever that person is, even members of the Lands Council come out and just operate in English with Yolngu people who are 5th and 6th English. And as I say continuously, a lot of the academic terms they have no understanding of. So people reach what we call information overload in about 10 minutes. I've even seen people sent from Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, Perth, whatever, consultants who come in to do tertiary training around, you name the subject, all these subjects. They fly into communities, never been into an Aboriginal community before. And they just teach the people in English. It's like English is some magic going out there and going into their ears and somehow or another changing the grey matter in their brains. No, it's not, guys. It's just tormenting the people. Tormenting the people. And they go on with their next thing they have to talk about in their curricula, and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and the people are just sitting there going, when the hell can we get out of here? So they'll usually ask, when's morning tea, when's lunch? And they're hoping that they don't have to come back for more torturous training after that. Although they'll be required to come back, otherwise they don't get paid in their CDP or the Social Security or whatever. So we're just torturing people, torturing them to death. Now I know what this feels like, because I've sat there for 12 hours communication with Yolngu in Yungamata. And I'm still learning that academic level of Yungamata. And once they start to talk at a very high level of law or economics or philosophy or whatever, boom, I'm lost. I'm lost. And it just gets so tiring. It is so tiring trying to understand what's being said. You're getting snippets and you think, oh, I might have it. No, I've lost it again. No, I haven't got it. So people will tend to want to get out of the meeting as soon as they possibly can because it's torturous. One chairman said once, it's like I go to talk to the CEO and his first sentence is okay. He's had no training in cross-cultural communication. He's no Yungamata, so he just rattles away in English, da-da-da-da-da-da. And he says it's like a hand grenade being thrown in front of you and you just want to get out of there. And of course, then the CEO rings up that chairman and says, oh, can you come into my office again? I'd love to have a meeting with you once a week. And that chairman is thinking, whoa, this torture once a week, could I cope with it? And of course they can't cope with it. And then he starts saying, you come to my home. So at least in his home, he has some control over the environment that he's in. Now, this is costing the Australian people billions of dollars. It's costing also the people in the stress factors that Aboriginal people now have to live up. An Aboriginal man who's been in those meetings all day, or an Aboriginal woman that's been in those meetings all day, they go home absolutely mentally fatigued trying to cope with this sort of communication. And so it doesn't make for a very good home life either after these meetings. Worse to the point is that people get no information out of it. They just get reinforced. The fact that gets reinforced is that they're hopeless, they can't understand English. There's something wrong with them, they can't understand English. English-speaking people have no trouble with understanding English, but we have trouble understanding it. Well, the people who are at fault here is the programmers, or especially the education department, who is providing no English learning program for Australian citizens. Radio Australia used to run out English learning programs for people in China, for people in Indonesia and so on. The government fully funded that. The government funds no English learning programs for Aboriginal people who are learning English as a fifth and sixth language. So meetings will continue to be torturous places. Aboriginal people, like Yolngu people, will continue to lose more and more control over their communities. Not in the mission days, because in the mission days, missionaries had to learn language. But today, in modern, cosmopolitan, contemporary world, where we're supposed to be more liberal and more humane and all those things, but we don't get the fact that we're not getting communication right in Aboriginal communities.